welcome back to the Wrestling Podcast, where we have crowned a predictions champion.
Yes.
Potentially a new one. Who is it? Who won? It was me.
Yeah.
Retained, yet again, my predictions championship. Now, I know we're like a week late of Crown Jewel, but that's just what we have to deal with. It's just the time we have. So anyway,
Yep.
It was close. I finished with 5 points. He finished with 4. It was not a high-scoring game, to say the least.
Nope. Not at all.
Well, we got some matches to talk about, okay? We got some matches, some interesting stuff happening. Overall, I'd say Crown Jewel was a lot of good matches. It's just like the main two that were built up, they just didn't move any story beats forward. That being the 2 Crown Jewel Championship matches. Which, by the way, the Crown Jewel Championship is just so ugly. It is
so bad.
Probably the ugliest belt I've ever seen.
Probably.
And it's so big. Like, Cody put it on. It literally took up his whole stomach to his chest. It's like, dude, why is it that big? It's so ugly. The side plates were like the same size as the main plate on the WWE Championship.
That's bad.
But anyway, let's start at the very beginning. A match that we didn't have any points on because it was announced after our predictions. That being Solo Sikoa, Jacob Fatu, and Tama Tonga versus Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jimmy Uso. Now, I actually really liked this match. And I normally don't love bloodline matches.
Yeah.
But this one just told such a good story of, like, Roman and the Usos may have kind of united, but they have a lot more work to do if they want to take down Solo and his guys, because it's just, first of all, they didn't even enter together. That was sign number 1, that, guys, you're not on the same page here. And then, Jay wasn't even matching them. He was in a totally separate attire than them, like, he wasn't even matching, so it was very much clear that, although they've kind of reunited, there's a lot of work that needs to be done, because they started out okay. Then Jay, he refused to tag in Roman.
Yep.
And eventually Roman does get tagged in. Seems okay. What shocked me is Solo Sikoa, Tama Tonga, and Jacob Fatu won this match. Clean. There was no interference. No nothing. They won clean.
Wow.
Solo pinned Roman. Which leads us to Bloodline Civil War games at Survivor Series. It's all but confirmed at this point. But another thing we've talked about after the match, naturally Solo and his Bagas are beating down Usos and Roman.
Yep.
Sami Zayn comes out. They take him out. And it's Jay, Jimmy, Roman, and Sami all win one corner as Solo is all by himself. Roman goes for a Superman punch. Sami goes for a haluva kick or a big boot kind of thing.
Yeah.
Solo moves. Sami accidentally kicks Roman right in the face.
Who knows?
No, you'd have to be an idiot to not see that was an accident. I don't love the story they're telling where Jimmy doesn't believe Sami that it was an accident, because you'd have to be an idiot to not see that was a freak. I mean, come on. Which I suppose Jimmy's a bit of an idiot, so I guess.
Who knows?
But that was that match, okay? Move on to the second match of the night. What a match this was. The Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Tag Team Championships. We didn't predict. I was going to say I got that right, and he got that right, and I was like, wait, no, we didn't do that one. Oh. This match we did predict. Every other match we did. So it was Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair, the champions, taking on Damage Control of Io Sky and Kairi Sane.
Yep.
And Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. And Chelsea Green and Piper Niven.
Yep.
Bianca and Jade retained. It was such a great match. First of all, you had great just wrestling action. Like, all these women are great wrestlers. But then you had Chelsea and Piper just being hilarious throughout this match. In the right times. Like, not too over the top. But just at the right moments. It was great. It's great. I would highly recommend watching that match. For sure. Jade and Bianca walked out with the titles, with the dub. which
good.
I scored 4 points, I think. I don't have my sheet in front of me. I think that was 4. And you had damage control, so you lost that one. However, you did get the bonus point because Chelsea and Piper took the pin.
Yeah.
So you did get a bonus point. So you got 1 point.
I got 8 points from that match.
I got 4. You got 1.
Yep.
Oh my goodness. I did terrible in my predictions because I got 4 from that one and 1 from the main event. Jeez, I only got 2 out of the... That's embarrassing. Anyway, that match was great. I don't have much else to say about that one. It was a good match, though. Then you had Seth Rollins take on Big Bronson Reed. Great match. Absolutely loved this match. It was so good. Up to this point, it was for sure my match of the night. I would even say it might have been my match of the night. I don't know. I'm between 2. This match was really great. You had Seth attack Bronson before the bell even rings. They're brawling up on the ramp. They finally start the match. Bronson hits a tsunami. He could have won, but he chooses not to.
No.
He chooses not to. You take it from here.
I didn't watch the match.
I love just throwing you in the spot and seeing you like. Anyway, this match was so great. Absolutely would recommend this match. Honestly, I'd recommend most of the matches, but this match was so great. But I was disappointed that Bronson Reed went down in defeat.
I was happy.
And I had 5 points on that. And he had 2 points on Seth. So if you're keeping up, the score is currently 4-3. And I don't know, man. This match was so good. I don't necessarily hate the finish of Seth winning because, you know, he hit a curb stomp on the stairs on the outside, hit one in the ring, and then hit a curb stomp off the top rope to finish him.
Super curb stomp.
That's what finished Bronson. But Bronson got up after that. Like, he was standing there staring at Seth, and Seth was like,
uh-oh.
I mean, this match was just phenomenal. Bronson and Seth are both 2 of the greatest wrestlers on the roster, in my opinion. I mean, they're so good. So, it seems like we're heading in the direction of a rematch because Bronson cost Seth the number 1 contendership for the world title on Raw.
I'll take a rematch.
I think we're heading towards a rematch for sure. Which Bronson better win the rematch. Bronson could take this first L. He better not take a second L.
No.
Or else he's going to be just like Shinsuke from last year. Anyway, so that match was so good. I did lose, but it was so good. That brings us to the Women's Crown Jewel Championship match as the Women's World Champion, Liv Morgan, takes on the Women's Champion, Nia Jax. I'm just going to say it. I didn't really like this match. Like, it wasn't atrocious, but, like, at all. Like, it wasn't necessarily a bad match, but it was definitely a match where if you don't feel like sitting down and watching the whole show, this is the match I'd recommend skipping. Because it just really... They didn't have the best chemistry. Yeah, I'm not saying it was bad. Like, it was adequate. But, man, I really thought Tiffy was going to cash in, and she didn't. And I'm sorry. I'm done with the let Papa H cook. This was the moment, and I will die on that hill, because no one cared about the Crown Jewel Championship, Jaden.
It's stupid.
This was your opportunity to make people care. If Tiffany had cashed in, we would have cared.
Yeah.
But she didn't. She came out, she teased it, but she didn't do it. She's literally like the Damian Priest now. Damian Priest had it for so long, and the cash-in eventually was great, but we can't forget about how bad his Money in the Bank run was.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Tiffy. Why? Why, Jaden?
I don't know.
Anyway, Nia didn't even win, because I predicted Tiffy cashed in for 3 points. He predicted Nia would win for an amount of points. But Liv won.
Huh.
Which surprised me. I did not see that coming.
No.
I would have for sure thought either Tiffy or Nia was going to win, but because of the shenanigans with Raquel coming out Dominic and Tiffy, that allowed Liv to get the victory.
Yeah.
In, dare I say, the worst match of the night. I have to say it was. Like, it, again, not like atrociously bad, it's just...
Yeah.
I don't know that I can completely recommend you watch it. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like if you want to watch it,
you can.
You're not going to be, like, super bored, but I'm not going to necessarily recommend you go watch it if you haven't watched it. Yeah. I guess would be what I'd say. So neither of us got any points for that.
Nope.
Which brings us to our next match, which was Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. What a match. What a match these two had. It was so great. I love their match. Yep. KO comes out with the dub. Just kidding! They didn't have one!
Nope.
Kevin Owens attacks Randy with a chair before the bell rings. They're beating each other up. They're brawling. They're killing each other. And they wave off the match. They say, no match. You got Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce coming out. Adam Pearce eats an RKO. The general manager of Raw got an RKO from Randy Orton. This brawl was so great. You had Kevin hitting an elbow drop to Randy through some tables. So great. This was so much better than a match. I have to like a straight up singles match. I'm sure it would have been good, but this,
the brawl was better. It would have been.
You know, I was thinking like the rumors are that it's going to be KO versus Cody at Saturday night's main event, not Survivor Series. So I was kind of wondering to myself, you do Randy KO now.
Yeah.
What, you're really going to wait 2 months then to do KO Cody?
I doubt
but now, well, they will now, because now they didn't have their match. So now we have to have Randy and KO at Survivor Series.
In an actual match.
In an unsanctioned match, probably. Which, for those of you who don't know, for those of you that don't know, let me say all those words. An unsanctioned match is, I mean, it's the same thing as like an Extreme Rules match.
Yep.
Except, like, in a kayfabe world, they're basically saying, like, WWE doesn't take any responsibility for the match. Yeah. It's like, you two go out there and kill each other. It's not in our history books kind of thing. From a kayfabe perspective. But from a non-kayfabe, it's the same as an Extreme Rules or a Street Fight or whatever. It's just got, like, a little added thing there in a kayfabe world. But this was a great brawl. So neither of us got any points because there was no match.
Nope.
We both picked KO. I don't remember for how many points because, again, we don't have our sheets in front of us. It doesn't matter. Brings us to the triple threat for the United States Championship.
Yeah.
Holy crap, this match was good. I mean, when you talk about amazing matches, you're gonna talk about this one. I mean, it's one of those things where this is a match that you should show someone who, like, isn't a wrestling fan but kind of wants to get into it because it's under 10 minutes.
Yep.
And it is just, like, 8.5 minutes of non-stop action. It's so great. So fast-paced action. It's amazing. I loved this match. And it's a match where, like, it's the best kind of triple threat where it wasn't like one guy was down for a while and it was like a one-on-one. Like, all three of them were involved the whole time.
Yeah.
So, like, this match was so great. Absolutely. This match and Bronson Seth were my matches of the night. I don't even know. I was salty with who won.
Yeah.
Not because I don't like LA Knight, but just because I really wanted Mello. In my dream world, I really wanted Mello to win. And it didn't happen. LA Knight won.
Yep.
Which is fine.
It's
like, I wasn't necessarily pissed. I don't know. I'd almost built myself up to believe that maybe Mello could win. And then when he didn't, I was kind of sad.
Like, oh, he lost.
Because I don't know. It feels like to me, like, where do we go with Mello and Andrade? Like, we're back to square one.
Yep.
LA Knight ruined Game 7, which was annoying.
Huh?
I did not fart. My chair squeaked.
Oh.
I don't know. But it was amazing match. This is a match that if you only have a couple minutes to watch Crown Jewel, go to this one, because it's only like 8.5 minutes, 9 minutes, and it's great. And that brings us to the main event of Crown Jewel as the World Heavyweight Champion, Daring General Gunther, takes on the undisputed WWE Champion, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Great match. These two cooked. Like a great...
Yeah.
I thought it'd be my match of the night, and it wasn't, which surprised me, but it's kind of awesome when you can say a match as good as Cody and Gunther isn't match of the night, because that just shows you had some great matches, because this match was fantastic.
Yeah.
It really was. However, the complaint that I had was never that the in-ring quality wasn't going to be good. I knew it would. It's Cody and Gunther.
Yeah.
It's two of the best wrestlers on the roster.
The best ever.
Like, I knew it was going to be good. My complaint was it wasn't going to move any story beats forward. Yeah. It wasn't going to... Like, it was literally an exhibition. And that's exactly what it was. And now the Crown Jewel Championships, they're not even taking him home. They're staying in Saudi Arabia, which means we won't even ever see him again.
That's dumb.
So, there
What's the point of
there
all?
was no point. And that's my problem. It was pointless. It was an exhibition. It was tone deaf of WWE to do something like this where no one was asking for it. They shoved it down our throats, tried to make us think it was the most important thing on earth, and it just wasn't. And it showed. What was that?
That was our door.
It showed. Other than with the crowd, it did not show with the crowd, because oh my goodness. The crowd, like this, it felt like a WrestleMania main event. The crowd was
Insane.
wild for this match. It was awesome in terms of the crowd. But this match was so great, it leaves a sour taste in my mouth knowing it didn't push any storylines forward. If anything, it slowed storylines down. And that's not great. What I was shocked about, there was no shenanigans. Cody beat Gunther clean. Now this was the big what if, because he had 6 points on Gunther. I had 1 point on Cody. So he finished with 4 points because he got 3 from... No, he got a bonus point from the women's tag match. He got 2 for Seth, and he got 1 because he predicted Goldberg would not show up.
And you didn't.
And he did not. So he finished with 4 points.
Yep.
I finished with 5. 4 from Bianca and Jade, 1 from Cody.
Yep.
But if Cody had won, he would have beat me 10-4. 10-4. Think about that. If Gunther had won. But in retrospect, it was one of those things where I feel like a lot of people kind of thought Gunther was going to win.
Yeah.
But then as soon as Cody won, it was like well, duh, of course Cody's winning. He's their top guy. And it's what happened. He won via roll-up, but he still won.
Yeah, a win's a win.
And what I hate about this, and what I've always hated about these champion versus champions, is you cannot tell me that this does not make Gunther feel like the secondary champion. It
does.
Clear from this match that Cody is their top guy and Gunther is not.
Uh-huh.
And it's just like, people are like, oh, it was a roll-up, it protected him. How? He still got pinned.
Yeah, he still lost.
He still got pinned fair and square and clean.
Yeah.
Just like I retained this fair and square and clean. So, I don't know. This match was so great, it's just, it hurts. It honestly hurts the whole show. Because if I'm going to recommend someone to watch a show, I want it to have good storylines, move stories forward,
yep,
etc., etc. This show didn't do that. It had some great matches. Triple Threat, Bronson Seth, the women's tag titles, Cody Gunther.
Amazing
all
matches.
Great matches. But there just wasn't a lot of stories being told. And so, what would I give this show? I'll give it a generous 7 out of 10, but I'd be tempted to even go lower than that.
Yeah.
Because it just, I don't know. It hurt knowing that. And also, I'm just salty that Tiffany didn't cash in, because I don't care. I don't care, Papa H. This was the time.
It was.
I will die on that hill. And people are like, oh, they shouldn't do these big women's things in Saudi Arabia because they don't care. The crowd was actually fired up for the women's matches.
Yeah.
Like, for the first time ever, really. But they were. So, now we can start doing that, I feel like, right? I don't know. Anyway, what else we got to talk about? Oh, Rhea Ripley's injured. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Which puts her feud with Liv on hold. And now Io Sky is the number 1 contender for Liv's title, so that should be a pretty good match.
Yeah.
Io Sky can have a good match with a broom, so it should be good. And Sami Zayn and is going to meet the Bloodline tonight, I guess.
I don't know.
They're obviously going to reunite. We're not stupid.
Yep.
So overall, Crown Jewel, great matches. If you want to watch some good matches, I mean, Crown Jewel is a good matches. So.
Yeah.
But the main purpose here is that I retained yet again. When are you going to win this thing, dude?
I don't know.
Like, my shoulder's getting heavy. You know what I mean? Like this, I thought this was the one you were going to win, honestly. It seemed the most likely that you might walk out as champion.
Should have picked Cody.
If you would have picked Cody for 6 points.
Or anyone
or
else.
2 points, really. Or, yeah, if you would have picked Bianca and Jade or something, too. There's a lot of factors. But the main thing is, like, if Gunther had won, just based on what we did, we would have a new champion.
Yeah.
You would be holding this.
I'm not though. I'd be holding it like this.
Yep. Don't get used to it.
No.
Maybe next time. Survivor Series War Games is at the end of the month.
Yeah.
So could have a new champion
Pretty
there.
soon.
How many defenses have I had now? I won it at SummerSlam. From SummerSlam. Then there was Bash in Berlin,
4?
Bad Blood, Crown Jewel. So 3 defenses, 4 pay-per-views that I've won to get the title.
Yes.
So yeah. I guess that's it for today, huh?
Yeah.
Don't got anything else to talk
20
about
minutes.
today. So yeah, people. We'll be seeing you in a future video. Anyway, I'm out of here, bro.
Yep.
We'll catch you later, man.
Yep. I'm out of here too.